Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Starlight Tales one chat. For those of you who are like, who is this person with the blue hair talking at me? Hello, my name is Mara, and I have been a longtime friend and fan of this channel, and I get to be your intrepid DM for today, and I'm just so excited that you are all joining us on this amazing time. I can be found on TikTok at College of Lore Dropout, and pretty much all over the internet and on most other social medias as just Mara Franson. And so that's enough from me. Let's have some of our players introduce themselves today. So please introduce your name, pronoun, character's name, and, just for fun, your favorite pancake or waffle topping. Let's go to Reed.
What a good question. Well, hello everybody. My name is Reed. You can find me on TikTok at TNT5E and on Twitter and Instagram at Reed Barkowitz. You can also find me one more Sunday over on YouTube at Happy Brain Games. We have been helping Amelia Earhart find a plane and get back to her timeline in D&D. It's been really, really fun. So come check out how that little arc concludes. Today I'll be playing Bernadette Crocalt. She uses she/her pronouns. And my favorite waffle or pancake topping, I feel like it may be a cop-out. I do love like a classic maple syrup. Like you can't beat it. You really can't go wrong. But I also love strawberries and blueberries on my breakfast foods. So yeah, that's me.
Beautiful, thank you so much. Let's go over and Sweet, please introduce yourself.
Hello, I go by Sweet. My pronouns are she, they, and I will be playing Estrus today. And their pronouns are she, they as well. And, you know, I prefer waffles. And I think just a simple, just syrup itself, you know, that itself to me is everything. Maybe a little powdered sugar, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I can vibe with it.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. All right, and Lorcan, please introduce yourself and your character.
Hi, I'm Lorcan. I use they, them pronouns. I'm going to be playing Stan, who uses he, they, but no, he just uses he, him pronouns. It's gonna be wild, and shoot, pancakes. I like golden syrup. I don't think y'all have that in America. Do you guys get golden? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so golden syrup and just like some lemon. That's it. Just nice and simple. Yeah.
Beautiful, delicious. All right, let's head on over to Jess.
Hi, my name is Jess. I use she, they pronouns, and I will be playing Reva Crocalt today, who uses she, her pronouns. I am a ice cream on pancakes and waffles kind of gal.
Nice.
I am just a general ice cream person, but like if there's the opportunity to put ice cream on something, I will take it. So that's my answer.
Beautiful, beautiful. And let's head over to James.
Hi folks, I'm James. You can find me on TikTok at NiceOneJames. I use she, they pronouns, and today I'm playing Rodella Crocalt, who uses they, she pronouns. Clearly I'm very excited about it. As for pancake toppings, personally, I'm a fan of like bananas and strawberries, but not like the syrupy strawberries, like real strawberries.
Beautiful.
Mara, what's your favorite pancake waffle topping?
That's great. My favorite for pancakes is some lingonberry with some little powdered sugar and some maple syrup. Eat that up!
Love it.
Yeah. So now we're going to jump into a little bit of a announcement portion, just to let you all know that this weekend we are going to be taking a week off from Thanatos Rally. So be sure to follow the Twitter at Starlight Tales _ for more information. Because pretty soon there will be a very special announcement. So go there. I, for one, am super hyped about it. So stay tuned. And yeah, Reed, I believe you have an announcement for us today.
I do. If you do follow us over on Twitter, you'll see that we are trying to girl boss our way into an award. So if you want to go head over to thestreamerawards.com and nominate us for the best roleplay category, we would be forever in your debt. It's the second category. You don't even have to fill out the rest of the form if you don't want to, but there are a lot of different categories. So if you do watch a lot of Twitch like I do, it's a really, really good opportunity to help get some of your favorite streamers recognized by a really, really cool thing. So if you want to help us get recognized by a really, really cool thing, it would mean the world to us if you would help.
Beautiful. And I think with that, we're going to head on over to our stunning, incredible, and beautiful intro. All right. Here we are in space. We are floating through the galaxy. Tiny pinpricks of light are swirling and dancing out in the ethereal ocean, and it isn't long before we land on a black three-masted sailing ship flying a pirate flag. This is, of course, the Crow's Hand, the ship of the intrepid, well-known Sea Devils. As we kind of move through, we see all of these packed but well-worn and well-loved halls on the ship. We pass doors where people are laughing and talking and maybe whispering a little bit with some concern and apprehension as the leader of the Crow cults has recently passed on, and there's been transition and a lot of unrest going on. We zoom in until we get to a small meeting room, and we see Lawrence, a tiefling woman, sitting at a table that is just full of candles and maps and schematics and notes, and we see her sitting there looking very pensive and concerned, and it isn't long before we start to hear some footsteps coming down the hallway, and she kind of snaps to attention, kind of straightens herself out, rights herself, and the door opens to reveal Riva, closely followed by Rodella. Riva, would you please describe yourself for us?
Sure. Riva Crowcolt is a tall, beautiful woman, dark horns that kind of twist upwards, grey skin, this kind of wild black hair. She wears black clothes, a corset, and this long sweeping leather coat. She holds herself with a lot of ambition and confidence, but she walks like with this masculine intent, with this swagger, and she has these burning orange eyes that kind of wither people in their gaze.
Perfect. And Rodella, would you please describe yourself for us?
Absolutely. So Rodella is a 6'5" human. They are very broad-shouldered, very muscled. Up the side of their face and through one eye are these old, long-healed scars, and the eye that it cuts through is no longer an eye, but like a galaxy. They have this whitish, silvery hair that's been pulled back up to a ponytail and is shaved tight on the sides. And they wear this like jet black plate mail armor that's been emblazoned with crows and twisting tree branches. And they hold themselves with confidence and clearly try to look at ease, but the eyes are always scanning the room and, looking up Riva to make sure that she's okay, and just kind of always on the lookout.
Beautiful. And as you two enter this room, we kind of flow backwards in time to this morning, and you two find yourselves kind of alone in the mess hall, sharing a surprisingly quiet moment. There's no crew around, no kids running around, and it's just the two of you kind of sharing this morning before a big heist.
I think Riva's probably got like a mess of like papers in front of her that she's just kind of going over and studying.
I think Rodella's been like fiddling with one gauntlet this whole time, trying to get it done, and like pauses in the buckle and squints over and goes, you can stare at that all you want, but I think you've memorized it by now.
Oh, you'd never be too prepared.
Sure, you're telling me you don't know that in and out? Just eat something, love.
She like takes an orange that's like just piled on the side and just unpeels it, staring her down with more of a fondness than a glare.
Rodella kind of just like winks and goes back to the gauntlet. Very carefully trying to buckle it, but doing that thing where it's like, this sucks, but I'm trying to get through it. I just gotta buckle this on my own. I'm too stubborn to ask for help.
Do you need a hand, darling?
I'm doing fine. You eat your orange.
I can multitask.
Really? I mean, if you're not too busy, yeah, that'd be great actually. If you don't, do you mind? Hold it out.
Just swiftly like buckles it and gives her a wink.
How you feeling about today? Big day.
Not much like any other.
For sure.
See what happens. See if we can keep everyone alive.
Nah, I'm not worried. You know us. I mean, I figure right if we can raise 2 troublemakers. This is the easier deal, I think.
Oh, yes, illegal pirate heist is nothing compared to 2 children under the age of, what is it? How old are they?
That's a joke, right? You're... Okay, yeah.
Yes.
No, between the 2, I mean, I'm just saying parenthood is a lot harder. Oh, by the way, I meant to tell you, last night, Tennant had that nightmare again. The one with the people in the walls. I was up most of the night, but I think he's okay.
People in the walls, hey?
It's just Vash keeps telling him there's people skittering there. I don't know.
Yes, well, I don't know what Vash is like.
I do know what Vash is like.
I'm sure it's fine.
He'll be alright. Might have to, break open a wall one of these days, but we'll get there.
I'd rather you didn't.
I mean, that's not my first choice, but kid's gotta sleep.
Oh. If he learns to sleep with one eye open, is that so bad a thing?
Pretty young for that, Reba.
Right, yes. Keep an eye on you-know-who today.
Sure. Hey, I got your back. Don't worry. You do what you gotta do. I'm behind you.
Oh, it's not my back we should be worrying about.
And with that, we're going to cut back to you two having just entered this meeting room. There is a table with 7 chairs all around it. Lawrence is sitting at the head of the table. Where do you two take your seat?
Not interrupting you, darling, are we?
No, I'm glad you could make it on such short notice. Please, sit wherever.
Of course. She sits directly next to her.
I sit on the other side of Reba.
Doing well, then.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so well.
You're no longer
How are you?
back.
Great. Yes, I'm doing well. Thank you.
How's the mourning process been?
It is what it is, isn't it? For you?
Oh, it's quite pleasant.
And you're saved from this moment of incredibly awkward tension as more footsteps come down the hallway, and entering in the room is Bernadette. Please describe your character for us.
Yeah. Bernadette is like 5'7", 5'8" on a good day. Has this kind of like pale gray skin, kind of tinted a little bit purple. and this like long, wavy white hair that she normally wears in like a half up, half down type of style to get it out of her face. She has these like curling ram's horns that kind of add a little bit of extra height, and eyes that are pupilless and kind of glowing with like the pale yellow white light of like the moon. And she's in like nice studded leather armor. And she probably wouldn't be wearing armor if she didn't have to. But you know, she kind of like awkwardly adjusts it as she walks in. Hi, good morning, everybody. It's nice to see you all.
Sit down,
Morning.
Anuradia.
Hi. I'm not interrupting anything, right? I know I'm here a little
No.
bit early, but
Please come
Please.
in.
Have a seat.
Okay.
And we, as Bernadette kind of stumbles in and takes her seat, how we'll flow back in time. How did you spend your morning?
Oh, I think probably worrying about Riva. Like, honestly, I think we see Bernadette like walking up to Riva's door and like about to knock on it and then being like, no, I don't want to bother her, and then like going back to her room across the hall and then being like, maybe I want to, no, I don't want to bother her. And so I think she probably ended up writing a note in their like secret code that the two of them have developed over the years, basically just kind of saying like, hi, I love you, remember to eat breakfast, you can't heist anything on an empty stomach, and like a heart, and then she'll slip it under the door. But yeah, just kind of doing what she does best, taking care of people, taking care of the ship, mending what she can.
Beautiful. And you enter this room. Where do you sit at this giant table?
Oh, that's a really good question. I don't think she wants to sit next to Lawrence, but I don't think she wants to make a big deal about the fact that she's not sitting next to Lawrence, so I think she'll go sit next to Lawrence.
Lawrence kind of like adjusts a little bit to be able to turn better and see. I like your shit thing. Whatever.
My
Yeah.
armor?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, thank you. It still feels a little bit too big, but you know, I'm sure I'll grow into it.
Mm-hmm. And next, coming into this room is Estrus. Please describe yourself.
Yes. So Estrus is a tiefling. She has big, bouncy golden hair. Her skin tone is a bit like a deep orangey kind of color. Just covered in like, gold highlight everywhere. She has tattoos of like runes in different languages across her body. She's dressed up in a black corset with like a matching little black pirate flowy shirt underneath. And her horns, I freaking love her horns. They're like little like dinosaur horns on her forehead, and she's about like 6'2". She moves kind of like, the best way I can describe it is when you put down a cup of something warm that's hot, and the steam that kind of rises up out of it. She's very slinky in her movements, and so she comes in and she says, "Oh wow, everybody's up and early. I thought I was going to be the first one in. Hello."
No, it seems everybody is
Hi.
making a habit of being early. Please have a seat.
Of course. She sits down and she looks at Bernadette and she's like, "Hi, how are you?"
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. How are you this morning?
A little famished, but I guess well.
Oh! I can, and she kind of like digs around in her bag and she'll like try and sneakily cast Goodberry and like pull out one of them. Here you go.
Thank you. I think she kind of looks at it a little bit and sniffs it, and she's like, "Oh wow, where were you keeping this?"
Oh, in my berry bag.
Oh,
Your berry
okay,
bag.
good. I just wanted to, where exactly it was being held. I'm very appreciative. Just want to let you know that. I just
It's a
wanted to know.
bag just for berries.
Just for bit. You saying it very slow, so it's making me wonder if that's true.
Everyone
have
knows about
9
Bernadette's
more.
berry bag. It's like
Oh.
a thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Well, thank you.
I have 9 more berries if anybody wants one.
Just look at Reva with a look of like, you did not eat enough this morning, I swear to God.
I'm good on the berries, thank you.
Okay, well, they'll last all day, so if you change your mind, they'll be in the berry bag, and she'll kind of like let them fall back into the bag.
Estrus, as you entered this room, got a good berry, said your hellos, we'll flow back. How did you spend your morning preparing for a heist?
I think she's packing her things, packing her little satchel or whatnot. But she probably sat down first and wrote a letter to her partner Sloane about basically what they've been up to so far and wondering like how everybody else is doing, and things like that. Just like basically all the adventures and whatnot they've been going on so far. And she seals that up and puts it in a safe place at like the bottom of her notebook and puts it in a drawer.
Beautiful.
Before she heads out, yeah.
Beautiful. And as we're all sitting in this room eating berries, soon entering is Stan. Please describe Stan for us.
Stan is about 6'2". He has long brown black hair that has been pulled back into a ponytail and is tied with a ribbon. He has little round glasses and is a little bit gaunt. He's quite skinny, but like in a strangely well-built way, and like he fills out all of this very nice suit. Unlike probably everyone else except for he's like got he does not look like he's prepared for any shape of crime, combat. He is basically wearing business casual as he walks in. And he looks around, immediately recognizes the very tense energy, and is just like, "Ooh, I've got to keep my legs exercised. Felt all cramped today. I'm just gonna stand for a sec. Oh, okay, yes, just over here. I'll be over here. It's okay. Ooh, yeah."
Beautiful. And Stan, how did you spend your morning?
So Stan doesn't normally live on the boat. This is a very special occasion, having been asked to come along. So he's probably in like, if there was a guest bedroom, it would be that, but it's probably not that. So it's probably just like a storage closet that has had a bed put into it. So his wife, Priscilla, did not wake up. And their newborn daughter, Sarah, definitely did. So Stan spent all morning nursing Sarah, and he's been up for like 3 hours. And he probably actually is still got the papoose on his back, and he hasn't realized it. It is just empty though. Yeah, and so he's put her back to bed, and then he stretched and decided to come straight here. Hopefully be early, but he clearly made a miscalculation.
And entering the room last, after Stan, is Leela, who comes in and is like, "Everyone's here. Great. Okay. Sorry." And comes and takes a seat.
I can move if you wanna sit here. I don't have to.
Do you? I mean, sure. If you want to, that's totally fine.
It's really up to you. It's
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay. Yeah. I'll sit. Yeah. I'll sit
Okay.
by Lauren.
I'll go stand with Stan.
There's
Seat next
other
to me if you
chairs.
want it, Bernadette.
With
It's
me.
like-
Oh, I mean, I don't know. He looked a little bit lonely, so it's fine.
Just my knees. It's fine.
Hey, we can do stretches together.
Beautiful. Yeah. Leela takes the seat next to Lawrence. Kind of does like a elbow chuck into Lawrence. And you are all in this meeting room. Bernadette and Stan doing stretches, getting ready for the big fight. And Lawrence is like, "All right, now that we're all here, I think it's time." And the door busts open, and you all see running full speed is a small, familiar shape of tenant who's running in and runs to Riva and like skids in, and you can and like hands you a little crumpled up drawing and it's a little like crayon drawing of the crow's hand. Here, I drew it.
Darling, Mummy's in a meeting.
Yeah, but I drew it. Take it. I did good.
I just take it.
And you all, you're running down the hallway. Francis, who's, come on, Tenant, they're in a meet. Come on, and Tenant kind of sheepishly gives a wink and then runs back out. And Francis kind of comes in the door, waves and pulls the door closed behind you, leaving you all once again in your meeting.
When Tenant runs out,
sorry.
No, you're good. I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
Rodella kind of
just ruffling hair.
Yeah. A little fawn
tunnel that he's running through everybody, just ruffling his hair as he goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Sorry, Lawrence, you were conducting this meeting.
Yes. Well, you are all here because the Owigbanes, the bane of my existence, if you'll excuse that, is bankrolling the transportation of a rather important item, and we're going to steal it. Now, before you, I have all of the schematics information I could find on the ship this artifact will be transported on, known as the Death's End.
Ominous.
Well, let's get started. And you all kind of take, we're going to just go into a kind of open general strategy session here. So there are roughly 3 decks of this ship. The Death's End is basically a submarine type vessel. So there's a hatch on top that you can open and climb down into that leads to the bridge of the ship where, there's a small crew that, does the steering and, ship stuff. From that, you can access the second level of the ship, which has the engine room, navigation room, and the general bunk room. From one of those rooms, it's not super clear which, based on this information, you can also get access to the captain's quarters, the brig, and where they are currently holding all of their massive amounts of treasure. Lawrence kind of explains that there's a skeleton crew who's running this ship at the moment. However, to add some protection, but also, fly under the radar, there is another ship called the Fifth Rogue, which is absolutely just full of Erwigbane hired mercenaries who are ready to motor over at the drop of a hat should a distress signal go out. So that's kind of the information you have to start with. You know that there is some guards on this ship and some people who are actually running the ship, but otherwise it's a pretty small crew. So looking at all of this information, what's your initial plan? Lila is, I should also mention, is your getaway driver. So you have a little mini vessel that can pull up, and Lila will stay on board to be your getaway driver.
And I know our track record is, land on a ship, kill every crew standing, and take what we want. But, well, in my personal opinion, it's created a few too many enemies. I think we would be better doing this a little more subtly. You don't agree?
I'm just wondering, if we go in and we kill everybody, who is there to sound the alarm? No one. They're all dead.
You make a very good point. Only, have you considered, crews usually have networks, especially crews like this one. they're transporting that high value item.
Well, then what do you propose?
I propose we take a small boat and infiltrate their ship and leave quietly.
Any other brilliant plans? Any other brilliant suggestions from anybody here besides get in and get out?
That sounds pretty good to me. As they're like still stretching.
Stanley, it's over. Does it look like this ship has cannons?
Yeah, so look over. There doesn't seem to be any exterior defenses on the ship. This seems to be it's disguised as like a pretty standard like transport vessel. So there does not seem to be any weaponry.
Well, if you were to do it this way, probably taking it from the back so that you're taking out the nerve center of everything, would work best, and that way they don't have any lead sneaking in through the captain's quarters. If they're there, then we can tie them up, and if they're not, then we have an entranceway that is usually undisturbed. I mean, who here spends a lot of time in the captain's quarters during the day, right? Goes back. It was like, just a thought. I'll just... Woo.
That's a good thought. I like your thought. It was a very, very good one. I think, I know we said just get in and get out as if it wasn't a strong choice, but I really think a more peaceful method would be better. Ships tend to have people who have people outside, like all of us here. We have family outside, so we can only imagine what kind of enemies we could scrounge up. So, captain's quarters, I agree. Anybody have anything that could help us go through a little bit more easily? Like, passing without a trace, or
Well, I don't have that, but I do have ways to make people temporarily blinded, which might help us sneak through. I also have a grappling hook.
I also have a grappling hook.
Well, I have rope.
Yes. So I think that if we could tie, it's my gem. One of my gems kind of can make people blind. So if we tie one of those to the end of the rope, we can like, woohoo,
Woohoo! I agree. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Like
Thank
Claire.
you.
Where exactly did we say we think it's being held?
The item is being held, we believe, in the captain's quarters, along with most of the treasure. There appears to be a giant chest, and I would assume if there's a giant chest locked in the hardest to reach part of the ship, it's a good bet.
Oh.
Okay, so it would not be easy to get into the captain's quarters if that's where their chest. We might
If
have
that's
to
where
find
they're
a
keeping the
different
treasure.
entrance then. Yeah.
Alright, well, suppose we should figure out how we're getting in the ship. The best way I can figure is that there's an access point on top with a little, I don't know, portal or whatever, that you can unlock and climb down and enter from. So, go in guns blazing, quietly.
Here's a question. What the ship is built out of, right? Do we think there's any way we could, like, pry open an entry on the other side? I'm just thinking, like, if that's the one exit and entrance, there's probably going to be people meandering around it.
Yeah, make me a quick intelligence check as you look over the schematic.
Okay.
And feel free to keep asking any questions about the ship as we go.
16?
Yeah, there's a couple, like, access panels that are on the outside of the ship that you think you could pry open, perhaps, and kind of get into like the duct work of the ship. There's like some little crawl space area for mechanics and whatnot.
Well,
If
Rodella will
we-
kind of point
if
those
we-
out.
Yeah, if we pry it open, I can very quickly mend it back together, so anybody following along won't be able to see that we entered from that direction.
That'd be good, I think. Thanks, Bernadette.
Happy to help.
All right, and we're going to cut now. We've for folks at home, how this heist is going to work out is that they'll get there. It's going to run like a movie. There's going to be flashbacks, and it's going to be great. So we are going to be cutting to you all are pulling up in this little, what is basically Crowhand's dinghy. That
Can
you
it be
have all
called the crow's foot?
the crow's foot. Yeah, the crow's foot.
Very good.
Thank you.
You are all inside of this tiny little ship, the Crow's Foot, pulling up alongside the Death's End. The Death's End is a relatively small but very menacing-looking submarine. It's got a black hull with these like intricate red lines that kind of start at the front of the ship and then pull back and form a giant scythe kind of on the fin of the ship that all wrap around together. So Lila kind of pulls you all up next to where you have discovered one of the access panels. How are you getting inside?
I have a crowbar if we need someone to brute force it.
Is there a lock or anything, or is it just...
I also have a crowbar.
Yeah, there appears to be like a small little like pop-out handle, but if you go to pull it, it doesn't come out, and there does not appear to be like an obvious lock from your side.
Can I make like a thieves tool check to see if I can break it open from the outside?
Please do.
I'm early. That's unnatural 20.
Oh, beautiful.
My wife.
You
Inside, please.
step right up, kind of like line it up, and it catches, and the door swings open. Who would be standing next to Riva, directly next to Riva while this is happening?
Probably me.
Please make me a dexterity check to see if you can catch this door before it just flies off into the vacuum of space.
Probably not. That's a 9.
A 9. You get it, and you're able to, I'll say, get it from flying off the hinges, but it does make a loud clang against the side of the ship. Right. However, the door reveals a small little crawl space that is big enough for all of you to make your way in one by one. Who is entering the ship first?
I will.
Beautiful. Riva climbs on in. Who's following Riva? Let's just get a little order here.
I will go behind Riva.
I will be like checking for traps. I don't know if that's a thing as we go through this crawl space.
Beautiful. Riva, Rodella.
I'm gonna offer Bernadette to go last so I can cast alarm on the door as everybody starts going through. And then mend it closed.
Big brain.
I picked good spells!
Yeah, you did.
Hell yeah.
Oh, as that like door makes like a slamming sound, I'm just gonna use a little bit of thaumaturgy to create like a rumble of thunder to try and like blend the sound.
Beautiful.
Is there thunder in space? We're not gonna think too hard about it.
Why
There
not?
is now.
All right, Stan and Estrus, who's going in after Rodella?
Dan will.
Stan will, and then Estrus.
And Estrus, beautiful. And then entering right before you, Bernadette, is Lawrence, who's looking a little peeved that this plan worked, as they did not suggest it.
Lawrence, will you wait with me here? It just takes a little bit of time to kind of cast everything.
Yes, fine.
Thank you.
All right. And you, Riva, you were checking for traps as you went?
Yeah.
Please make me that perception check.
Okay, I have a +7, so that's good. 14.
14. Beautiful. You notice that there doesn't seem to be any obvious traps. However, there is a light that is blinking on and off that you get the sense is some sort of just like alert that the hatch has been opened. You all find yourselves in the in a long hallway that stretches out, and there's 3 rooms. There's a bunk room, a engine room, and then a navigation room. It's all got that like classic kind of piratey nautical signs up. So, what is your plan of attack here?
Can I like make a perception check to see if I hear movement behind any of these doors or like talking?
Yes, absolutely. Please make me a perception check.
Thank you. I get a D4 for that. Fuck yeah. That's a 22.
22. Beautiful. You hear in the bunk room the sounds of someone's moving in the bunk room, but you can't tell much about how many people or what, but you can tell there is movement coming from the bunk room, and there doesn't appear to be movement coming from the other parts of the room. All right. We're gonna jump back really quick to the meeting room, and Lawrence is like, okay, say we get on this ship through this little duct or whatever. How do we do this search? What's our plan? We don't know how to get down to the captain's quarters, but we know it's in one of these rooms.
How many pirate ships have you been on, Lawrence? They're all round about the same structure. You don't think you can navigate your way to a captain's quarters?
Great, so you tell us what we're going to do if we don't know where the exact entrance is. Where do you search first?
Darling, you just follow the sounds of... Well, you don't follow the sounds, but the sounds of the crew. You go where they aren't. Captain's quarters are usually in the depths of the ship, away from, as I'm sure you know, the cannon blasts. Right?
I would also like to offer disguise self. I can disguise myself if need be. If I get a proper look at someone, I could walk about the ship, see if I could find the captain's quarters.
That we can use that. Hold on a second. And Lawrence starts kind of flipping through some paper and is like, can you do it off a drawing?
have a
Well, yeah,
drawer.
let's see if I can. So she takes a look.
Beautiful.
Interest-
Lawrence? Yeah, Lawrence finds, has a little log of like all of the crew that could potentially be on the ship. The deal is, I don't know who's on board, but and holds out this woman, super tall, half-elf woman, with long black hair, and it's like, this is the first mate, and it's quite possible she will be on board. Do you think you could?
Okay, yeah. I will just try to be sure I look through every quarter before I turn down. Make sure she's not there.
Beautiful. Any other grand ideas from anybody? Before we search? Are we just going to search every room and hope for the best? Is that your plan, Riva? We splitting up? What?
You got a
darling-
plan, Lawrence? It's a lot of talk
No,
for someone who's looking for opinions.
I think Lawrence would like to take her own team and do it her own way, and we'll just see who gets there first. Is that what you'd like to do?
Well, I don't see any harm in it.
Well, if we find a member of the crew, we could just interrogate them. Just say together, group one rather than two conflicting plans. Just saying, or like if we find someone.
Look at the accountant. Suggesting interrogation. Wow. Didn't see that coming from you, Stan.
You know, audits.
Sorry, everyone just froze for me for like
Oh,
10
no.
seconds. I have no idea what's happening.
No.
I was a bitch, and then Discord, gave me karma for it.
Homophobic right there.
Truly.
If Stan sort of rubs his hands together. I haven't done it in a very long time, but if we get me alone with someone, I am very good at getting them to do what I would like.
So go hell for that. I think we just have to be a little careful, right? Because sound carries in enclosed spaces like submarines. But hey, if we run into anyone, it's not a bad thought.
Great. All right. So we go in, we find somebody, and we have a person who can shapeshift and somebody who can make people talk. I like those odds.
I can also disguise people. I'm good at makeup. Just if anyone wants some, I'm gonna.
I know. I always like it when you do my makeup stand. So, even if I'm not being disguised, it adds a little bit of extra sparkle. I mean, like if you're
Did get some new glitter. I actually did get some new glitter in, but never mind. Carry on.
Back on track, please.
Sorry.
You were saying about sound. I have sleep as well. I could put people to sleep. So that could
Good
take
to
care
know.
of the sound. Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's all coming together.
I
Yeah,
have a
I guess-
hypothetical. Just if we find a mouse or some sort of creature on the ship, I can communicate with it and then also like see through its eyes. So that's just like, if we happen to find one, we can send that creature to do some espionage and kind of give us the lay of the land.
I love that. That's so cute.
Thank you.
I mean, I've yet to be on a ship that didn't have some little passenger.
What are your
Keep an
rats
eye
on
out
this
for
ship?
We
Oh,
do.
we
They're
have
my
children.
friends. We also have those. We have both.
Sorry.
Rats and children, and also baby rats.
It was more of a term of endearment. Sorry. Nope. I get it.
No, you're good.
More. No, you're also great. I was more talking to Riva, who's currently. I'm gonna shut up.
Okay. But yes,
So
we
are
do
we
have
moving as
rats. Sorry, no, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back
yeah.
to stretching.
It was good. That was important. I valued that. I just was wondering if we're still moving as a unit or if we're doing the whole split up thing to appease Lawrence.
What do you think, Lawrence? We're down for some teamwork?
Say that one more time.
Let's do it. Teamwork never killed anybody, right?
As far as I know.
Hey, if we've established we have rats on this ship, technically we could just take one with us.
Well, that's
Need one to skitter around.
Good idea.
I didn't count rats in my 10 items. I'm sorry.
Beautiful. Then yeah, we're going to cut away from this meeting to how are you capturing a rat to bring with you on this mission? Let's figure out how this works. I'm really curious. I'll let you do it. I just gotta know how.
I could definitely take point on that. So I think that Bernadette spends a lot of time with the rats. I think that she's named them all. And I think that she's gonna go for her favorite rat, whose name is Sally, and kind of lay out like a little blanket and a pillow and some cheese, and just kind of wait for Sally to come to her, and then she'll start talking to her.
Beautiful. Make me a animal handling check with advantage on this.
I would love to. A 19.
19. Hell yeah. It takes a couple minutes, but eventually you do hear the familiar of a little rat kind of coming up, and you see emerging from the darkness your old pal Sally.
And then I will cast Speak with Animals. Hi.
Hello.
A British rat. It's so good. I have a favor to ask of you.
Yeah.
Would you maybe want to come on an adventure with us?
Like to where? To do
Well-
what?
Well, we're going on a boat, and we need somebody very small and very capable to run through and give us kind of the layout of the place. And you know how sometimes I do that thing where like I put my hand on you for a moment, and then like I see through your eyes, and you take me on a tour of the air ducts.
Yeah.
So we'd do that, and we'd show it to everybody, and they'd all be like, wow, Bernadette and Sally, you're so cool, what a dream team. And it would be really cool, and I'd give you lots of cheese.
Do I get a code name?
Do you want a code name?
I do.
What
I really want a code name.
What about Agent Squeakers?
Yeah, alright.
Alright, cool.
And, oh, go ahead.
No, I think that she just, like, lifts the rat up and, like, puts the rat in the bag and gives Rodella, who's, like, in the doorway, a thumbs up.
Reaver is also in the doorway and kind of, like, inclines to Rodella and being like, we have how many rogues on this ship, and she wants to use a rat.
I mean, I guess whatever works, right?
And we cut back to you all standing on this enemy submarine with a rat friend.
All right, Agent Squeakers, now's your chance. And I'll like kind of pet her on the head a little bit, and I will cast Beast Sense, and then send her off.
Beautiful. Is anybody else doing anything while this tiny little rat Sally is going off to explore the ship?
Can I make just like a raw intelligence check to like think about like, okay, from this position in the ship, where do I think the captain's quarters are?
Yeah, for sure. I'll say all of you can make a either general intelligence check or a insight check to kind of get some guesses.
I got a nat
Ooh.
20.
Also got a nat 20.
I didn't get a nat 20, but my total is 27 for insight.
I would just like to say that's a total of 29 with that nat 20, and I just think that's bonkers.
That is a total of 27. Yeah.
I'm not gonna bother. I got a 10.
Oh,
You sweet. Oh shoot.
That's a nat 1!
Like 3 I got him. Now what? So I got a total of 4. There you go.
Hey! At
Just
least it's not
vibing.
negative.
Just
True.
vibing.
Beautiful.
I'm just watching the rat like like that connection right there. I'm just so enthralled with it.
Beautiful. I think, yeah, so our lovely wives and Bernadette, as you all know that the best place for a captain's quarters to be, especially one that needs to be like hidden and defended, is probably going to be in the crew quarters. If somebody's going to be sneaking aboard, where better place to hide an entrance than in a room full of people? So that's your best bet. But as Agent Squeakers is going through, Bernadette, it's a little weird. You get almost a little seasick from the movement of the tiny little pitter patter of the feet. But you see in each room, in the engine room, there is a whole bunch of like engine stuff, and it's engine stuff. What's a rat to know about engines? But you also notice that on a table in a little metal cage with 3 padlocks on it appears to be some sort of key that is set. It's a big metal, like, kind of skeleton key looking deal that is locked up. Very curious. As Agent Squeakers goes over and looks in the navigation room, you see that there's a table with a bunch of maps and compasses and all of that. Can you have... I'm going to have Agent Squeakers make a perception check here.
You got it, Agent
Come on, Squeakers.
Come on,
Squeakers.
Squeakers.
Okay, so with a 7, Agent Squeakers immediately gets distracted by something and like goes over and like finds a little like chunk of bread and like sits. And you just get like some ASMR of a rat eating bread for a little bit, and then like kind of gets back to it and leaves the navigation room and heads over to the bunk room, and before it gets to the door just kind of stops and backs up and seems and kind of runs back to you and hides behind your foot.
Well, I've got some exciting information and some bad news. Which would we like to hear first?
I like to
What
end
is
with
that?
sugar, so bad first.
Yeah.
No?
Bad first. Okay. Squeakers did refuse to go into the bunk room. In fact, seems terrified, and I'm gonna lift up the rat and kind of let her rest on my shoulder and start like absentmindedly petting her. So I don't know what's in there, but definitely something scary. But the sugar to end with, thank you, Estrus. There seems to be some cool maps and some compasses in the map room. Also some spare bread. That was very exciting. And then in the engine room, there seems to be some sort of key locked up with a couple different padlocks on it. So I have a feeling that we're going to need that to get anything. So maybe we should go to the engine room first before we deal with the horrors in the bunk room.
Right. You know what? Let me take a look at this door. Can I cast Detect Magic and look at the bunk room door and see if anything looks weird?
Yes, please do.
I do it.
Are you looking specifically at the door or trying to see if there's anything beyond the door that's weird?
I kind of want to look at the door first, like if there's any kind of like ward that would, like, an animal might sense and back up from, and then I'll kind of just like, obviously I can't like see through, but if I can like kind of peer down at the crack, see if anything seems like it's coming out from underneath it.
Yeah. For sure. With your detect magic, it doesn't... There's no obvious, like, glow that's coming from this door. You get the sense that there's something, like, in the room beyond that's magical, but because you're not really focusing on it, you can't really tell. But the door itself seems relatively safe. And as you peer down, I think with that 22 perception check you did earlier on the doors, you do see the shadows of at least 2 figures kind of pacing in the room.
In which room? Sorry. In the bunk room?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Can I, like, while Detect Magic is up, kind of just, like, peer down this hallway and see if anything looks weird in here?
Yeah.
Just to know.
Yeah, for sure. As you peer through the hallway, you get a strange glow coming from the navigation room. But you'd have to get a little bit closer to kind of like investigate more thoroughly. But there is something that's hitting off in the navigation room.
Okay. Cool. So I will just kind of like explain all of that. Just like 2 figures in there. I think they're pacing. Something's in there, but I can't quite tell what it is. Definitely something in the navigation room. But I've got this for like 10 minutes. So.
Well, listen.
We also have Agent Squeakers for an hour.
Wonderful.
Perfect. But just quick checking the bunk room. Do you mean like where the crew is?
Yes. Yep. So there's 3 rooms. There's
Yeah.
So the
And that's
bunk
where
room
we
is with.
think the captain's quarters is beyond.
Yes.
Well, the room ahead of us with the crew in, that's where I imagine the captain's quarters to be. Which is why there are 2 people in there guarding the door. And the rat won't go in because there's a very dangerous magical artifact beyond. Make sense?
It does, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
Of course. Who's going with the engine room?
Pardon? The ethereal connection around here just cut out for a second.
Who's going to the engine room with me?
Oh, I'll go with you.
Lawrence?
How about if you take the engine room? I'll take a navigation.
Of course. Can I insight check Lawrence?
Absolutely.
Speech.
The girls are fighting!
That is 23.
23. Right now, as much as like Lawrence is annoying and the worst and doesn't like you and you have mutual disdain, right now Lawrence really is wanting to get this job done. And so is going to get this job done no matter the cost. And if that means like we want to get in and out as quick as possible, I'll check one room, you check the other. That makes sense.
Okay. Cool. Anyone else with me?
I think Estrus turns to Riva and says, "Would you like me to go with Florence?"
I think that would be a wonderful idea.
Okay, done. Lawrence, I'm with you.
Lovely.
Riva, me, with you, with them.
You make the decision, darling.
I didn't know if you had a preference. Stan, where do you want to go?
Stan's been staring at the blinking red light, very concerned. And he's I will you say there's something in a locked box in the navigation room?
The engine room.
I guess I'll go to the engine room then.
Okay, and I will go with Estrus and Lawrence. Sounds like fun.
Great. So we're all in agreement then. Lovely. You can split ways. While you're here, can I have everybody make a stealth check as we divide into these 2 groups?
As we split too, Rodella kind of gives Bernadette's arm a little squeeze of like, it's gonna be okay.
I think Bernadette just smells, I love you.
Just give her a little wink.
I just shoot a look at Lawrence and I'm like, look after my sister, don't you? And starts walking away.
Don't die.
I did get a 5 on stealth. So
Great.
I am going to say Bernadette is so focused on trying to make sure Riva and Lawrence don't kill each other that stealth is not at the highest point of the mind.
Love it.
I got
18.
18.
16?
16. Sweet.
I got a 1.
A 1. Ah!
No!
Burn that dice. Sorry, just we'll take up a moment, like you can light a flame, we'll have a sacrificial
What's
moment.
happening? My dice are across the room. I've been rolling on D&D Beyond. That's what's been happening.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also have a -2 in stealth, so that might play part.
Oh.
Beautiful.
So
You got a
-1.
-1?
I rolled a 3, -2, so I got a 1.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful.
Doing
Iconic.
good. Doing good.
What a good heist. All right. You can part ways. Riva, would you roll a initiative check for y'all, just for which order it is in, and I'll roll one for Bernadette, just so we know which group we're going in order of.
Is that a straight roll or with my
Bernadette,
initiative
you
bonus?
roll one for Lawrence's group.
Oh,
That's what I
okay.
meant to say. Yeah, just a straight roll and then add your initiative bonus.
12.
17.
17. All right, so we will start with the group that Riva is leading. What are y'all doing? You make your way. It's a small hallway. It doesn't take long. You open the door. There you are. What's your move here?
I should still have detect magic up, so can I kind of like poke ahead and look around, like check for any like magical sensors, alarm spells, anything like that?
Yeah, I'm also
Yeah.
checking for traps.
Beautiful. Make a perception check for a trap roll, please. With your
would like-
magic.
Sorry.
Okay.
I would like to try and reach out with my telepathy is technically people I can see, but it's in a 60-foot radius from me.
Okay.
I would love to try and I'm basically staring really hard into the darkness to check in case anyone's hidden there.
Beautiful. So you're doing a sweep. With your detect magic up, there's a lot of components in this engine room that are magical, keeping the ship afloat in this ethereal ocean. But nothing that seems to be dangerous or, is ready to shoot a firebolt at you or whatever.
Beautiful. I'll kind of give a thumbs up to the other two.
Great. What was your check for traps roll?
I got a 10.
A 10? I mean, there's a lot of weird metals and wires going on, but nothing looks super dangerous from the start.
Can we see the box with the key in it?
Yeah, there is on this table a small, it's very weird because it's like somebody just straight up set up a little card table, but then there's this very weird looking metal cage on top with 3 padlocks and a key inside of it.
Okay.
Any magic on it?
No magic is coming from it.
Okay.
Kind of look at Stan. You have a lockpick, right?
I do indeed. Stan goes over and he's going to try and lockpick it. It's technically a lockpick kit, like a thieves' tools, but I imagine that it's literally just a screwdriver he pulls out.
Beautiful. I love that. Yeah, make me a sleight of hand check.
Natural 20 plus 3?
Holy cow,
No.
yeah.
Plus 7.
Nice.
7. Beautiful.
Stand the man.
Stan the man!
Yeah, the first lock pops open, no problem. Can you two who are not picking the lock right now make me a quick perception check?
Sure.
Both of us?
Yeah.
Oh, nat 20.
Nat 20.
Ooh, bad. 14.
14. With your
I
nat 20.
like this dice.
Way to go. You notice that the light that's been kind of blinking starts to pick up the pace a little bit.
So sorry, I must have missed what this light was when everything froze.
Yeah, so there's just a little light that started blinking when you entered the ship. Attach the little tunnel thing door open, and it's just been lightly
Oh,
blinking.
it's the alarm spell? Is that it?
It's not an alarm. There's no
Oh.
alarm going off. It's just a blinking light. But when
Okay.
the first lock was open, it started to blink a little bit faster.
Alright, Stan, might want to hurry up, darling.
I've only done 1 lock.
Yep, there's 3 on it, so go ahead and make me that second check.
Can I do
Can
the
I,
other
like-
one at the same time as him?
I was about to. Yeah. Do we know what that's connected to? Can I try and figure out if this is how they're connected to the alarm?
Yeah, if you want to wait on picking the lock for a quick second to check that out, give me a general intelligence check.
Oh, great.
and-
Stan is not smart.
Can I assist?
Absolutely can. You can roll with advantage.
Okay, well, I rolled a 4, and then I rolled a 10 plus 0, so 10.
10. I'll say with a 10, you know that it's probably not... It's it's probably not great that this light is going off, but it doesn't seem to be like going anywhere off the ship, and it just seems to be alerting probably the bridge that like things are getting opened.
Right. Then I guess we'll continue with the logs.
Beautiful. Both of you.
Yeah, I got a 19 plus a billion.
Beautiful.
I got 16 flat. No, 17 flat. I can't maths.
Beautiful. Riva, your lock pops open, no problem. Stan, you're working in there, and it doesn't quite catch this time.
Stan's doesn't?
Stan's does not.
Okay.
We'll leave you all there really quick with one lock left, and we're going to head down over to Lawrence, Bernadette, and Estrus, making your way into the navigation room.
Oh, right. So we're looking for... Bernadette, you said there were maps in here?
There are like maps and compasses, but apparently something else as well. So maybe just like look around, see if you find anything, and then we can assess then.
Okay. Since I wasn't so stealthy, can I also do a perception check to see if there's anybody else who's picked up?
Yes, absolutely. Please make me a perception check.
Okay. Okay. I got a 22.
22, beautiful. You hear coming somewhere above you, the sound of some footsteps, kind of walking back and forth a little bit, some like pacing going on, and then you hear a little doorway. It sounds kind of like a little porthole being opened, and as you're like looking out into the hallway, you see that on the top of the hallway on the roof, there's a little circle that you didn't notice before, and some light is coming up, and it looks like this is the entranceway to get down to the second floor, and somebody is starting to make their way down.
Okay. I think she peeks back over and she's like, we're not alone. And is there a door? Is there a door where we are?
In the navigation room, yes, there's a small door that you can.
Okay, I'm gonna try and close it.
Beautiful. Yeah, you can close yourselves
Okay.
in the navigation room. 100%.
Yeah. Close it and then
I'll take out the blue gem that I have and kind of set it on the table, and I'll say soar, and it will like start emitting light just so we can see now that the door's closed.
Beautiful. Yeah, you are in this map room. Everybody, quick, give me a perception check as you're looking about this navigation room, and I will do one for Lauren as well.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Beautiful.
I have a 25.
Beautiful. That's what we like to see, dice. All right, make it a comeback. Make it a comeback.
Acting up. My goodness.
You, as you're all standing there in the navigation room, you see that there is a compass that is mounted on the wall that looks like you could maybe just kind of push it. Like, it looks just kind of like a giant button. Lawrence is like looking through some maps. Did absolutely ass on this check.
Do you see that?
Uh-huh. I want to touch it, but I'm afraid of what would happen. But gosh, I love buttons.
I think buttons are really fun, and I think you're the best button presser I've ever seen. So, there's no one better to press the button than you. You know what they call you, Estrus, the button presser.
Is that what they really call me?
No, I just made that up. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Oh,
lie.
gosh, sorry. I'm a little gullible, it's okay. She starts walking up, and before she moves over though, she goes, "If anything goes wrong, we blame Lawrence."
Yes.
And she presses the compass.
Beautiful. You press the compass. Nothing really happens. But you can't tell that anything's happening. The door's closed, but you can tell that it like goes in and does something, but nothing changes in this room. We're gonna cut back to the other team. Everybody make me a perception check to see if you can tell that the porthole on top is opening in the hallway.
Had to break my streak at some point. Nat 1.
Oh, 16.
25.
Nice.
Beautiful. Stan and Rodella, you look up and you see that by now the hatch has opened a little bit and there seems to be a ladder descending down into the hallway.
Outside in the corridor?
Yep, outside and yep.
I imagine while they've been unlocking this, Rodella has been kind of by the door anyway, so can I just, like, very carefully ease the door shut so it looks normal, and then, like, hold an attack to try and, like, grapple if somebody comes through this door?
Absolutely 100%. Slide the door closed. Can you make me just a quick stealth check to make sure you don't, like, slam this door closed?
Oh, it's not great, besties. That's a 10.
10. There's definitely like a soft thud and a click, but it's not like a slam. And you know, there's a ladder descending anyways. Who knows?
It's probably fine. Ships make noises. It's chill.
Ships do be making noises.
They do.
All right.
I'm gonna try and unpick this last lock as quickly as I can.
Beautiful. Make me that sleight of hand check.
Sick. I think that's like 25. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yep, a 25. Lock clicks open, and you are now able to pull up this metal cage to get this giant-ass key.
Okay, I grab the key, and I immediately find somewhere to hide.
Beautiful. Yeah, there's, you're in a engine room. There's lots of little dark corners and places where you can crawl under to fix stuff. So you're able to do that. Make me a stealth check. Are either of you're holding an attack. Stan, what are you doing?
Stan is probably panicking. Stan will pull, try and get in a... Yeah, so Stan's going to just try and keep to the shadows. Yeah, he's going to try and stealth.
Great. Also make me that check. What did you get?
17.
14. Beautiful. You both kind of hide in. Rodella's standing there ready for an attack. We're going to say the ladder in the hallway descends. And you're all kind of tense. And you hear footsteps heading towards, two sets of footsteps kind of head to the door to the bunk room, to the crew's quarters, and you hear the door slide open and then slide closed, and you hear the footsteps split up, and one starts heading for the navigation room and the other starts heading for the engine room. And at the same time, these doors slam open. Rodella, you're holding an attack. Please make it, but with disadvantage because you do not see anybody standing there.
Okay. Oh my god, it's a ghost. Ass. 12.
12. A 12 does not hit. And the door slams open in the navigation room. But there's nobody there. What are y'all doing?
I'll cast Fairy Fire.
Oh. Fairy Fire. Beautiful. Make me an attack.
No, I need a Dex save of 15.
Dex save. How about a dex save of 22?
That'll do it.
Okay, great.
I'm just gonna look at Estrus. I did my thing and it didn't work. So,
Well, I guess I'll do Eldritch Blast if we're
Beautiful.
just towards the direction of the door.
Yeah, make it with disadvantage, please.
Okay. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, okay. What's +7? So that's a 10.
All right,
I think I get 2 beams at level 6, right? With Eldritch Blast, you get 2 beams, so you should be able to do 2.
Yes, indeed.
Maybe.
Let me double.
Possibly.
I don't know.
Rules lawyer, don't let me down now.
I don't see where to check that. I'm not
And the
sure.
description of the spell,
Mm-hmm.
which should say at the
Beams
bottom.
at 5th level. Yep. So I can do it again.
Haha.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
Both at disadvantage though. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So the first one was a 10, and the second one was an 8. The other two were really great rolls. I want y'all to know that. It was so good.
Beautiful. Yeah, these things open the door, and 3 attacks happen, and nothing hits. We're going to swing back to you. Are all leaving this meeting room, this planning session, getting ready. Bernadette's gonna go catch a rat. Riva, Lawrence kind of grabs your arm on the way out. Look, I only have 2 of these, and I think it's only right that you have one. I don't know for sure, but it's quite possible there's going to be some, I think they're called sculpts? I don't know. They can only be seen with candlelight, so certain candles, and they cost a lot. Take it. Don't say I never did nothing for you.
I would never dream of
We can
it.
all hear this?
No.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I couldn't hear it. Sorry, Jess. Let me put you louder because I spoke.
No,
over
I
you.
literally just said I would never dream of it, and then I walk away.
Beautiful. And we cut back into this room. This is after the meeting, so just Lawrence had grabbed Riva on the way out. And we are going to roll initiative, so I'll let you all do that here. But Riva, I will allow you to light this candle for free before your turn. And Lawrence, you see in the navigation room, is going to do the same. And I will call for everybody's initiative here. So what did Stan roll?
14.
14. What did Bernadette roll?
I got a natural 1 for a total of 4.
Woohoo! What did Etris roll?
I got a 1. I'm gonna get my dice.
Yeah, go get your dice. Let's take a minute. Grab
Those
your
guys! D&D Beyond is being homophobic.
Honestly.
Doing
My
well
gosh,
over
it's
the-
Black
in the
History Month. What the
navigation
heck?
Oh my god. Rodella, what did you get?
I got a 12.
12. Beautiful. And Riva,
And 19.
19. I'm not even kidding. That's also exactly what Lawrence rolled.
Ah, bitches.
Yeah, so this strange entity has thrown open the door, and Lawrence and Riva have both struck this candle that they pulled out of seemingly nowhere for the rest of you. Standing in the doorway of each of your different rooms, in the light of this candle, you see this weird, translucent figure who's standing there. Seems to be vaguely humanoid shaped, but it's very weird. It's like there's just kind of a weird distortion in the shape of a humanoid figure standing in front of you. But because you have these candles, these attacks are no longer at disadvantage. So what is your modifier for Riva?
Which
Your
modifier?
initiative.
Oh, +4.
+4. All right. So Riva goes first. What are you going to do?
I'm just gonna make a straight attack roll at it.
Beautiful. Make me that attack roll.
I am hidden, so I'll make it with advantage. Oh, am I still hidden if I've struck the candle?
I'll say you can be like tucked behind and do it, and then like pop out to make your sneak attack.
Okay. Cool. So that is total of 18 plus 8.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Sick. So give me a second. It's a lot of dice to roll.
Do what you gotta do.
So that's 8 plus. Oh, I'm so bad at counting. 17, 19. Can this thing be poisoned?
This thing
I guess.
can be poisoned.
All right. That's 19, and then points of damage, and then 2d10.
Oh my god!
I don't have enough to 10. Hold on. That's 5 and a 9, so 14. So 19
Beautiful.
plus 14, whatever.
It's absolutely
33?
Yeah.
beautiful turn.
Wow.
That is stunning. So this Skulk, who's standing before you, what does your attack look like?
Reva just kind of, with a flourish of her coat, kind of steps into its path, and she kind of grabs at like the wisps of it and just sticks the knife between its ribs, and just goes, "Hello, darling," and twists it.
Oh, beautiful. Stunning. The form of this Skulk explodes, and then the smoke kind of comes all back together and reforms. But you have killed one of its regenerations, more or less.
Okay.
Yes, we love homebrewing monsters.
Sick. Can I use my bonus action to like step away and hide again?
Absolutely. Make me a quick stealth check.
Sure. I rolled so many dice, I've lost the ones that I need. That's a 14.
Beautiful. The 14 hits exactly. No, not to hit. Hide. You hide.
Hide. Okay.
There we go. Let's go, DM Brain. Lawrence is going to make an attack in with y'all, and just like pulls out, does a quick swing. Does not evaporate the monster here in the navigation room, but gets a good hit in. All right. And then is going to just kind of step out of the doorway to give you two both room to maneuver, Bernadette and Estrus. Stan, it is or Estrus. Stan, it's your turn.
Stan, with surprising speed, sort of darts out. So the one that Riva was fighting is down, or is it just sort of...
It's still up, but it got hit. Yep.
Then Stan will make a flourishing attack against it.
Beautiful. Make me that attack roll.
Ooh, not great. 17?
A 17 still hits. Roll that damage.
Okay, so that's... and I was hidden.
Hmm?
Wait, I was hidden. Would I have gotten advantage on that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, still 22s, but not a natural. So that is that is 23 points of damage as Stan just comes out of nowhere and draws a sword and just pierces like right through the creature's neck before drawing back, and he's going to just immediately back up as far as he can.
Beautiful.
Maybe we shouldn't have put the rogues in the same room.
You need to unlock shit.
Yeah.
The second form of this skulk just bamfs, explodes, and then kind of reforms in this engine room. It is now going to be their turn. So the one in the navigation room is going to come in and is going to take 2 attacks, one at you, Estrus, and one at Bernadette. Estrus, I assume a 5 does not hit you.
No.
How about a 6? Does that hit Bernadette?
It does not.
You say it like, but oh, Bernadette, I'm sorry.
No.
Sorry, I'm
You're
mixed up.
No, but say what your AC is, sweet. I think the people deserve to know.
They do need to
It
know.
might be a 9.
Oh
It
no!
might be a 9. I don't know.
Oh my god, even I have higher armor class than that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
Yeah, so that's great. And then the skulk in the engine room is going to make 2 attacks at Rodella, because you're who's out in the open.
Valid.
Not my wife.
Does a 9 or a 16 hit?
They both miss.
Beautiful. I never hit my party members, and you know that's fine.
And we love it.
Just my DM curse. All right, beautiful. So next up is Rodella. Your turn.
Amazing. I'd love to try and thwack him with my big sword.
Make that thwack roll.
Oh, the first one's a nat 1. That's homophobic. And my
Disrespectful.
chain's falling off. Okay, let's do second attack. Probably not either. That's a 13.
13 just misses. So this creature just whiffed against you, and you whiff right back.
Beautiful.
Estrus and Bernadette, what are your modifiers for initiative?
+3.
+3?
-2.
Great. So Bernadette, you are up.
Cool. I would like to back up a little bit to like the wall and take out my long bow. And I am gonna do a lot of things so that I can do a lot of damage. So number 1, I'm going to choose this creature to be the recipient of my shooting star effect. And then I'm gonna try and mark it as my favorite foe if I hit. So the first attack is a 16 + 6, 22.
22 hits.
And the second attack is a natural 20!
That's my sister!
Cool. So I do have Piercer, which means I roll an additional damage die on crits. So
Okay.
I'm going to be doing not as much math as the rogue, but a fair amount. And I'm also going to mark it as my favorite foe. So,
Beautiful.
okay, the first attack has all of the extra stuff. The second attack is just the crits. So, okay. D8 plus another D8 plus a D6. Does it matter if it's piercing or radiant?
It does matter if it's radiant.
Okay. So that's going to be I'm going to use Piercer to reroll this die. Okay. That's gonna be 11 points of piercing damage plus 4 points of radiant damage.
Okay, great.
And then I'm gonna roll for the crit. And then I roll an extra die. Oh, that's so good, besties. Okay. 23 points of damage, piercing damage for the crit.
Beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna say, and because you rolled a crit, how are you going to impact this battle on your turn?
Yes. So, I think that the arrow that she shoots, because like this is kind of like a transparent figure, I want it to bounce off the door and close the door so that we don't, like, our sound doesn't travel through the hallway.
I love that so much. You 100% can do that. And you take out that skulk there. It explodes, however, it does reform, but the door closed, stopping any sound. Incredible. Is that everything?
Yeah, that's it.
Estrus, you are up.
Okay, I think I'm gonna try Eldritch Blast again, one more time.
Beautiful.
Okay, 17.
17 hits. Roll that damage.
Oh, wow. Okay, so then it's 7.
7.
But
Beautiful.
I do it twice, correct?
Yes, you can make another attack.
Okay, this one is 14.
Beautiful. Okay, so 7 plus a 14. All right, or 14 total.
When you say another attack, I
sorry.
thought I would had to roll my d20. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay,
14
so it was 14
hits.
hit.
14
Okay,
hits.
no.
14 hits exactly.
Okay, cool.
Thank you for that.
No problem. And then 8
8.
for
Beautiful.
my damage. So 7 and 8.
Sweet. So that is 15 damage. It's still up, but its form is kind of like losing its shape. It looks pretty badly hurt. All right, we are back at the top of the order with Riva. You have one more skulk hanging out in your engine room, looking like a menace. What are you doing? Just attacked your wife. Did bad, but...
How dare. Can I... If I were to throw something, like, over this thing, would that be, like, my action or a bonus action?
I'll say, yeah, if you just want to throw something at it, I can say, yeah, I'd call it a bonus. Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to step out. I'm going to attack it with my sneak attack. Oh, better. That's a 21.
All right.
So
that hits.
2 points plus 4. So 6. And then my sneak attack. Which is, oh my god. 6, 6, 3, which is 15. So 21 points of damage there.
Beautiful.
And then I'm going to take like a little flask out of my like back pocket, and it's filled with lantern oil, and I'm just gonna throw it and like cover it in oil.
Beautiful.
And I'm gonna like stand. I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna stand in front of it, like kind of staring it down and like willing it to attack me.
I love that so much. All right. We are back. Lawrence is going to take 2 quick swings at this thing. Is only going to hit once. And does so bad on damage. It is still up in this navigation room. All right. We are going to Stan. It is your turn. You are muted.
Mute.
I have brain. I forgot to mention it before. I bonus action hid again.
Yes.
There. So I'll make that stealth check now for you. That's a 14 plus 7.
Great.
But then I immediately jump out of the dock in another spot. Surprise accountant. And I'm gonna stab at them again. That is a natural one. So Stan gonna go real wild. He slams into the table.
Beautiful. Doesn't go super great for Stan. But you're out there, you're doing your best. These skulks are gonna go. All right. The skulks in the navigation room are going to make 2 attacks. One against Lawrence and one against... Who would be close? Let's go Estrus. An 11 hits Estrus, that is true. 17 also hits Lawrence.
We're really struggling over here.
Reba's gonna get you some armor. It's so good, Astrid.
I think I have something. It's just gonna take a spell slot, so.
Okay, Estrus, you take 7 points of damage. Lawrence takes 8. Not that anybody knows what that means, but you know. All right, and those now the skulks in the engine room. They're going to take. They're going to ignore Stan because he just whiffed so bad, and they're going to take 2 at Riva. Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Beautiful. And you take... 9 damage.
Am I in 5 feet of Reba?
You are indeed.
Great, I'm going to use interception fighting style to reduce that. So reduce it by 7.
Beautiful. So you take 2 points of damage, Riva.
Riva, so I imagine like Rodella's like sword kind of just like blocks, but she just gets this like scrape on her cheek, and she just like wipes the blood away and just kind of tuts, and then snaps her fingers and casts Hellish Rebuke. So
Beautiful, beautiful.
We all just needed to take a moment to like catch our breath after that. And I feel like that's what happened.
Okay. Yep.
So so it's 2d10 from the Hellish Rebuke, but because I put oil on it, that's another 2d10 if it gets hit with a flame spell.
Beautiful. Roll that damage.
I mean, do I even have to say it? That's my wife.
And then Mara, that's a dex save from the creature of whether or not it takes half.
Yep. That's a 9 dex save.
That is 23 points of damage.
It's down. The last skulk in the engine room explodes in flame. Beautiful.
Wipe some soot off my clothes. Ugh, nasty.
Rodella, you are up. There are no more skulks in your room, but you did previously hear the sound of fighting coming down the hall.
Amazing. How far down the hall is the other room?
About 25 feet.
Okay. I am going to reach out and like cup Reva's cheek and kind of like run a thumb over the cut and lay on hands those 2 points back. And then I'm gonna just start walking to the other room.
Beautiful. Yeah, you can make it there. The door is closed, so you can't see what's going on. Do anything once you get there?
If I have enough of my turn, because lay on hands was my action, I will just kind of like open the door, slink in, and shut it behind me.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll say you can do that as a bonus action. Open the door.
Hell
Get
yeah.
on in. You have plenty of movement. Bernadette, it is your turn.
Hi, Rodella. If you could step out of the way, that'd be great.
Oh yeah, shit. Sorry.
And I will pop off 2 more attacks.
Beautiful.
The first one is a 16.
Hits.
Okay. And then the second one is 23.
Hits. Roll that damage.
Cool. I'm also going to use my bonus action to do my extra radiant damage, and it's still my favorite foe. So,
it had 1 hit point left. It's,
like forever and always?
well, this first one you hit and it
Okay.
explodes.
Cool,
But a
cool,
new
cool.
one reappears. What you believe is
Cool.
the last incarnation of this skull.
Cool.
Yes. So the second, whatever your second damage is.
Okay, so less, but that's fine. If I saw that, can I make it so that the radiant damage only happens on the second attack instead of the first?
Sure.
Cool. Light of my life, thank you. I'm gonna use my piercer feat. Okay. That is 10 points of piercing damage plus 7 points of radiant damage.
Okay. This thing is barely hanging on. Estrus, see if we can finish him off.
Okay, all right. It's gonna blast him again if he's just hanging on.
Blast them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Lord, in my love.
So, one of the,
I don't know what you said. Okay.
one of them was a 19, the other one was a 12.
The 19 hits.
Okay.
Finish him!
Hell yeah.
I think I'm rolling the wrong dice.
That's my sister-in-law.
Oh, they got a 10.
Beautiful. Estrus, how do you finish off this fight with the skulk?
I think she's just a little fed up of this thing just continuing to come back. And so she takes a step forward and like the runes on her tattoo start to glow. And she just puts out both her hands and blasts it, and then it explodes. Mm-hmm. And her eyes start to glow as well. Yes.
Beautiful. Yes, the this incredible. It just shatters. The tattoos come, and the skull just cannot handle it, and just shatters. And a quiet comes over this hallway. Doesn't appear that any more skulks are appearing. Nobody else seems to be coming down the ladder from up above, and it's just peace and quiet. What are y'all doing?
Everybody in here okay? Heard the fighting, so I came over.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yes.
gentle, like click clacks of heels, and like Reaper just enters the doorway.
You said it was. You heard it. Was it too loud? Do you think people upstairs heard it?
Can I like make a check to see if I think people outside might have heard this?
Yeah,
Well, they
anybody who wants
definitely-
to can make an insight check.
I'm good
I'd
at
love
those.
to
Thank
do
you.
that.
Well, they're definitely aware
Oh,
that we
fucking
opened
beautiful.
the key.
24.
23 on
24.
insight.
Look at us.
23 and 24.
I
okay.
also got 23.
Sorry,
Look at
26.
us.
Sorry, 26. I have a plus 12. I forgot.
Oh my
Good for you.
god.
I am
Yeah.
dad.
Rolls.
Okay, cool. You all know that you're all beautiful, and I am obsessed with all of you, and you're great at D&D. You all stand, and you get the sense that if nobody else is coming down from upstairs, you're probably good. But there is no way in hell the people in the bunk room did not hear this fight. The door is not open, they're not coming out, but there is no way this went on undetected.
Well, we gotta move fast. I think.
Yeah.
We found a compass on the wall. Did you guys get the key? I don't know. The compass just seemed important, so I thought,
I mean, it's neat. Yeah.
it's nice.
Oh,
We pushed it.
oh, you pushed the mystery button.
You what? When did you push the
My-
button?
Hand might have fallen on it. I'm not sure I pushed it.
Yeah, yeah, what she said. It was kind of an accident.
An accidental push of a button.
An intentional accident.
I don't have time for this. We have the key, so let's
Perfect. To the bunk, I guess. They're probably expecting us, so.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
And
I'm gonna pick up my gem.
beautiful. And I think here is where we will take our break before we enter the bunk room and descend deeper into the Death's End. So see you all back here in 10 minutes, 15 minutes? How long is the break? I don't know, I'm new here.
15.
10 minutes.
10, 15.
Good
10,
dreams.
yeah. See you then. Hello! Welcome back. We hope you had a great break. We are excited to continue the heist. So let's get back into it, folks. All right, you are all standing around this door. There are foes on the other side, perhaps. What are y'all doing?
Do we want to check if there are people right there? I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say I saw 2 people pacing in there earlier. I'm guessing they're still.
I think the rat as well felt that there were people in there, right?
I don't know for sure. Definitely felt something, but Agent Squeakers and I can only really communicate once per day. So, just some weird rat vibes.
Okay, well, if that's the case, I'm gonna have her tap herself and cast, I think it's mage armor?
Yeah.
Get that AC up from 9,
God.
bestie.
Get it up just a little bit. Yeah.
Beautiful. Estrus, some armor. Is anybody else doing anything to prep?
Got shit, nothing but spite.
Go.
True rogues just like, I have sword.
Yeah.
That it.
I kind of give a side look at Lawrence and I'm like, well, you might get your smash and grab violent entry after all tonight.
I figure we couldn't avoid it for too long. But please, after you.
Oh, wonderful. I kick the door in.
Beautiful. You kick the door in. Standing immediately in front of the door. Not so close that they get smacked by the door. A respectable distance away from this kicked-in door. You see 2 figures. They incredibly pale, no hair, humanoid figures who are each about 6 foot tall. Very like long limbs that are like just a little too long, and so it's just like just a little disconcerting. The proportions are off just enough to be like really creepy and like kind of uncanny valley. Are standing watching and smirk at you and go, "Let the games begin." Let's roll initiative.
Oh! I love
Oh,
it!
no.
Great.
Oh no, we're fighting early 2001 CG animated bad guys.
I got another 19.
Not a nat 1. Not a nat 1 this time, besties.
All right. Yeah, in just a second, I'll go around and ask everybody for it. Okay, Stan.
2. Oh, wait, no,
2.
7. Sorry,
7.
I forgot to
Oh.
add.
Good. Stan is 7. Bernadette.
14.
Beautiful. Then we'll go over to Rodella.
16?
Beautiful. Etris.
5.
5.
I got snacks instead of washing my dice.
Oh no.
You know, priorities. It's the priorities.
Valid.
And Riva.
Another 19.
Nice.
2 seconds here.
Huh. I'm excited. Now we're all together. Now it feels real.
Whew. Let's just go bestest. All right. First up in the order is once again Riva. What are you doing?
Can I just get so kind of what's the width of this room? How is it laid out?
Yeah, so there is a this room is like a 30 by 20-foot room. There's like a bunch of bunk beds in it, and you do see very clearly sticking up is a porthole that has been opened, and you think maybe the compass on the wall had something to do with opening this secret porthole. So there is very clearly an escape tunnel that has been revealed. But yeah, full of bunk beds, some like chests of stuff.
And these two things are in front of like the door.
Yeah, they're
That we're
standing
trying
about
to get
15 feet in front of you.
Cool. I just kind of like look between them both and say, good night. I snap my fingers and cast darkness, just centered just like around those two. So they are completely shrouded in darkness and we are out of it.
Beautiful. I love that. All right, is there anything else you were doing on your turn?
I'm then gonna go and hide behind a bunk bed or something.
Great, make me
and just kind of gesture to everyone else and go, after you.
Beautiful. Make me a stealth check.
13?
13. All right. Beautiful. Next up is Rodella.
Amazing. So I can't see anything. So instead of attacking, I'm going to cast Bless on myself, Riva, and Bernadette. And then if I can just like kind of move around to the opposite side from where Riva went and just kind of like get ready to fight something when I can see something.
Absolutely. Full. All right. This it is now time for your foe to go. Your foe does in fact have dark vision. So but magical darkness doesn't it doesn't see through it, so they are in fact blinded. So going to just throw at disadvantage out of the cloud of darkness. And does terrible, doesn't hit anybody, and then is going to take a step out of the cloud of darkness, so is now like in melee range with whoever is in the front, which right now would most likely be Bernadette and Lawrence, because you are next in initiative. All right. So that's going to be that one's turn. The other one is going to step out in the same to be, again, in melee, and is going to cast something at you. Can I have Bernadette and Stan make me a charisma saving throw? Lawrence needs to make one as well.
If anyone is within 15 feet of me, you can add a +3 to that. Or sorry, 10 feet of me.
I think Stan would be.
Okay.
Ooh, I did need that.
I got you.
I got a 19.
19, you save. Stan?
I got an 8.
An 8.
Oh.
Beautiful. So Stan and Lawrence have both had Bane casted on them. So for the next minute, you need to roll and subtract a d4 from a saving throw or attack you make. Everyone until concentration ends. All right. But that is their turn. Bernadette, you are up next.
So they're both out of the darkness, right?
Yes, they both stepped forward.
Okay. I would like to they're like right next to each other, right? Like could I get them both in like a 5-foot radius?
You absolutely can.
Cool. I'm going to call down Moonbeam as my action, focused on the both of them. And so we'll wait until it's their turn to do that. But that's gonna be my action.
Beautiful.
And then, do I have a fun, spicy, sexy bonus action? No, I'll just do that.
Beautiful. So you have that centered and ready. Lawrence is going to go up and make one attack at each of them. And let's see. One is a nat 20, but with the -4, Still hits, but loses that nat 20, which is
Hmm.
a bummer. But does a hit on the one on the right. All right, and next is Stan. What you doing?
I can only really do one thing, which is, are either of them currently being not there's two, right?
There's two. Yes.
Is one of them not in melee with anyone?
No, they are in melee with Bernadette and Lawrence.
Okay. Then I will just do the regular attack.
That'll give you sneak attack though, because they're in melee with us.
No, I know. I get
Yeah.
other additional things for being me.
Got it.
That's 20 minus 4, so that's 18 to hit.
An 18 does hit. Make me.
Cool.
Are you going for the one on the right or the left?
Let's go for the one on the right.
Beautiful. That one has been damaged.
Nice. That is 20 points of piercing damage. And I will back away. I'm gonna move around them and get to the other side and then back away.
Beautiful. You absolutely can do that. Next is Etrus. Yes. What are you doing?
Yes. I am going to cast Summon Undead. So she is going to, her tattoos are once again starting to glow, and her eyes glowing, and shadows come from seeping from behind the tattoos and wrap around and circle in front of her, and a form comes right in front of her. And that, I know it says it has multi-attack, but I believe since it's casted at level 3, it would probably it doesn't apply, right? Because multi-attack for it. Let me just read what it says. Just want to double check. It says the spirit makes a number of attacks equal to half the spell's level rounded down. So that'd be 1.5 rounded down is 1. So would that be one attack or just one extra?
Yeah, one attack.
Just one attack. Okay.
Yeah.
But it does go after me, so I just used my action to create it.
Beautiful.
And now it gets the action.
Beautiful. I'm adding it into the initiative. Sweet. So now it's your turn. You're undead creature.
Okay. How far away is Estrus from?
I'd say you're probably 15 feet away. Came in the doorway because they're right in melee with Bernadette and Lawrence, and then Stan was a little behind, so you're 15 feet.
Okay. If I could have created that right in front, maybe 10 feet in front, and then do Rotting Claw attack on these creatures.
Absolutely make an attack roll.
Let's see if I add anything to that. I don't think so. Okay. Those 14 hit?
14 hits exactly.
Perfect. Okay. Sorry, I have to see what dice I'm rolling.
Good.
Okay, that's 9 points damage.
Beautiful. And are
Nice.
you hitting the one on the right or the left?
Ooh, right.
Right. All right. All right. Beautiful. That's the undead's turn?
Yes.
Beautiful. We are back at the top of the order with Riva. What are you doing?
I'm gonna like launch myself off the top fucking bunk bed
Yes.
and just plunge a dagger into the top of this thing.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
That's
Dial.
18 to hit.
18 hits. Are you going for the right or the left one?
I'm going for the one that is attacking my sister. Right?
Cool. Yeah, so one on the right.
Cool.
Thanks,
So,
big sis.
Oh.
I got you. 3 plus 4, so 7 plus 13 plus 4, 17 points of damage.
Beautiful. Math. Great. Incredible. Yeah, run off, get a flying leap, slam it in. Stunning.
And then I'm gonna if people are in melee with it, right? So I'd still get advantage. Like, I'm just gonna stick around.
Great. You stay right there.
Oh, can I like under my breath to Bernadette just be like, one of these things was to kill Lawrence. It wouldn't be that much of a loss, would it?
I'm gonna go.
Let's just see what.
Beautiful. As a reaction, this creature in front of you, after you attack, now that it's gotten clobbered 3 times, is going to disappear. It is no longer in melee with either of you. The one on the left still is, but the right one has vanished to who knows where. And left the premises, so to speak. So next up is Rodella. What are you doing?
So, question before that happens.
Yes.
Did it turn invisible or did it like teleport?
It teleported. It did.
Okay.
It did both. It turned invisible and teleported.
Okay, just checking.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and make my 2 attacks on the one, because I think I'm on the other side of Riva and Bernadette, so I will
You are?
try and hit this guy.
Beautiful.
Oh, and I gotta add my d4s. Beautiful. That is a dirty 20 and a 12.
The dirty 20 hits.
Amazing. And I'm gonna put, because I'm assuming I saw that one vanish.
Yes.
Great. I'm gonna put a level 2 smite into that as well. So I would like this to be over. Amazing. That is 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11. That is 18 points of damage. Did you need to know the radiant? Separated out from that?
I do not need to know radiant for this one.
Beautiful.
That's my wife.
I finally had something.
Beautiful. And then, okay, so this one has just vanished from sight, and is now, does anybody have a passive perception of over 17?
Mine is 17.
17,
Oh, so,
okay.
so is mine.
Beautiful. Bernadette and Riva, you see appearing in the like far corner of the room, this creature has teleported and reappeared. Far away, it's about 25 feet from both of you, but you're the only ones who have seen it show back up yet.
Cool. The other one at the start of its turn needs to make a con save.
Con save, you got it.
I forgot to ask what bless does. I haven't been doing.
You get a d4 to attack rolls and saving throws.
All right.
That is a. Oh wait, I get a +6. So that's 14.
That fails, so it's going to take 15 points of radiant damage from Moon.
Beautiful. Okay. Stunning. All right. So that one is going to reappear. The one, as you, okay, I need No, just kidding. We're gonna save that for later. Okay.
Oh God.
Cool.
Love
Um,
it.
Love that.
Rodella, for you, out of nowhere, a creepy spear made entirely out of smoke and shadows going to come at you from this creature that is running across the room to attack you, having teleported. Does a 24 hit?
Yeah.
Great.
Just
You
out of range
take-
for his shield too, which I can cast, which is a bummer.
You take nope, rolled the wrong dice. So sorry. Give me a
You're
second.
good.
You take 12 points of damage.
Okay. And my bless stays up, by the way. I just rolled that.
Beautiful. So everybody's still blessed. You still have your D4. The one on the left is going to take, hold its hand up, and you all see, starting in its hand and expanding is a very similar spear to what you saw before. It just apparates completely out of shadows and smoke and darkness, and is going to take it and do a swing at you, Bernadette. Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Okay, it's only doing one-handed, so that is 7 points of damage at you. All right, but Bernadette, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. So I'm still in melee with this thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna stab it.
Stab away.
I'm gonna stab it twice. Is that okay? Can I stab it twice?
Absolutely, you can stab it twice.
I got a
told
natural 20 on one of them again.
Nice.
Good.
I think that's natural 26 or 7.
Yeah.
It's
Bonkers.
wild. One of them is only a 13 though.
The 13 misses.
Okay. But I'm gonna pump everything I got into the natural. So I'm gonna do favored foe and my my fun, funky, fresh moon energy thingy. Yep.
Mhm. Funky fresh
and
moon
then
energy.
I get to roll an extra damage die. Okay. Incredible. I'm going to reroll one. Nice. Okay. Oh wait, but I had to. Sorry. So much dice rolling. Okay. Give me a second as I do some math. You don't need to know if it's radiant, right?
Nope.
Okay.
You're so good. Take your time.
10, 20,
Please destroy my mom's.
33 points of damage.
Uh-huh. It's looking rough. It's looking so goofed up.
I'm also gonna con save for concentration on moon, and it stays up.
Beautiful.
That's my turn.
Stunning! All right, next up in our order is Lawrence, who's gonna make an attack at the one standing in front. Missed even without Bane. Lawrence, get it together. Is gonna take a second attack. That's cocked. Again, misses without Bane. Lawrence, what are you doing?
She's
Disrespecting me.
sweating.
You just hear a ha!
Oh, fuck off. Stan, you are up.
Yeah, I'm doing the same. Stan brushes back in and over to the one who just threw a spear and is gonna take a stab.
Beautiful.
Where's the D4? So that's going to be 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Cool. Is anyone either included in melee with him or not included with melee and him?
No one is in melee range with this one. Through it.
Aha! Cool. But I still get sneak attack because I am a swashbuckling rogue and can do this. And I just go, aha! You're borrowed side! And just stab him in the butt.
Love.
9 plus 2 plus. Okay, so that's 15 points of piercing damage.
Beautiful.
And Stan will run away again.
Iconic. Beautiful. This one is also looking pretty rough at the moment. Estrus, it is your turn. There's one in the far corner, your spear, and there's one in front of you.
So the one in front, she's going to blast.
Beautiful.
So I'm going to roll twice for that one. Okay, thank goodness we rolled twice. Okay. So the second one was a 16. The first one was a nat 1. Wait. Oh yeah. Ooh. Okay, so the first one was a nat 1, and because my initiative, like, it's -2, so I don't know if that does anything. But the other one was a 16.
Great. I don't
Okay.
want to worry about nat ones affecting y'all.
Perfect.
It's a 16 on one of them. Roll that damage.
Perfect. Ooh, my D10 keeps running away from me. Okay, so that is 5 damage for that one.
Beautiful.
And then I'm going to have what I summoned, my undead. I'm gonna have it fly across the room to where the other one is.
Beautiful.
And I forgot to mention that it has festering aura. So like any creature within 5 feet of it would have to make a Constitution saving throw, or be poisoned until the start of its next turn. So I want that to be.
Yes. Yeah, you can definitely bring it within 5 feet of the one across the room, and we'll start keeping track of that now. So
I forgot to mention that.
all good. So much to
and
keep track
then-
of in fights.
Yeah, it's fine. And then I will do let's try Deathly Touch.
Beautiful. What does it do?
Great question.
It sounds scary.
It's necrotic damage, and the creature must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw against your spell, save DC, or be frightened until its next turn.
All right.
Or frightened until the end of the target's next turn. Yeah. So
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wisdom saving throw is a 7.
Oh.
So I'm assuming fails.
Yeah.
Fails the Wisdom saving throw, and then also it was a Constitution for the poison as well, right? You have to
Yes.
Great. Let me do that right now. That is a 21 to save against the poison.
Ooh. Perfect. Okay, so it's good against the poison, but the Deathly Ghost Touch, I have to do a D8. Ooh, I got an 8 plus 3, so that's an 11.
Beautiful. All right, and then they're frightened until the end of their next turn. End of their next turn, you said?
Yes.
Beautiful. Oops, I put that on the wrong one. The right one is okay. Stunning. All right. Now we're back at the top of the order with Riva. As we go into this third round, they're looking pretty goofed up and bad. Y'all are killing this fight. Great. Riva, it is your turn.
Is one of them's in melee with someone, right?
Yes, the one on the left is in melee with Laura. Still.
Okay, I'll just like step in front of Lawrence and be like, "Let me handle this, darling." That's plus bless, which is a 4, right? Or is it a D4?
A D4.
D4.
All right. Where? Oh, my D4's going. They're like invisible in my tray. Okay. That is a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Cool. Oh my goodness. 4 plus 4, 8. plus 9, which is 17 plus 4, so 21 points of damage.
Beautiful. This one standing before you looks like it's on its very last legs, and then similarly to the other one, disappears. But it's looking really, really not great. Rodella, you are up.
Amazing. Okay, so my brain isn't working. Just to recap, am I still in melee with the one that I was before?
Now you are in
Or did he-
melee with none of them. One of
Can
them
I
threw
get-
a spear at you. It did not get in melee.
Valid. How far is that one from me? Like, can I get in melee with that guy?
You absolutely can. It's
Beautiful. Left to go fuck his shit up.
do it. Do it, I dare you.
I will. Oh my god, I'm not actually going to. That's a lie. Fuck me.
Oh no!
That's a 7 and a 10.
Oh
Yeah.
Did
no!
I do it? I'm also
No.
gonna throw my dice away.
Yeah.
Sorry about me.
Rodella does not make contact with this creature.
Tragedy.
But the one you do make contact with is currently, or that you did not make contact with, is frightened and cannot attack back. And Riva and Bernadette, you see the one who disappeared across the other corner of the room from you all now. It has reappeared and summons its spear again. Shadow, darkness, creepy energy just forms a spear. It's got that, but is not going to be able to do anything about it. Bernadette, it is your turn.
I'm gonna hopefully finish it off. So I'll free action dispel Moonbeam and then take out my long bow and just hope for the best. Okay, first attack with Blessed is a 18.
18 hits.
And then second is a 23.
Also hits.
Cool. And then bonus action going to use my extra radiant damage from shooting star. So that first attack is going to be 18 points of damage total.
And it's done.
Nice. Can I retarget the other one to the second one?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay, cool. 9 damage for the second one.
Beautiful.
And that's the end of my turn.
Stunning. Lawrence is up. Lawrence is feeling embarrassed and is ready to redeem herself. So is going to run over to this one. Well, first see if you can see it. Can see where this one is, and so is going to run over to make one quick attack. Hits. Let's go, Lawrence.
Good, finally.
Come on.
Love to see a girl boss winning.
Love to see a girl boss win. And does 9 points of damage. It is looking pretty bad. And Lawrence turns back and goes, "See, I had it handled." And Stan, you are up.
Stan's gonna rush back in and just, oh god! Stan's gonna stab once more.
Stan.
I'm not prepared for this. I thought we were just stabs.
Great. Make me that attack roll.
I'm still baned.
Oh, I have to make. No, you are not. Bane is now done.
Cool. I will attack the one that Rodella just attacked, so I can get that sweet flanking. Yep, that's going to be an 13 plus 8, which is a number that is.
That hits.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you.
You're good. Math is hard. Numbers. Who did that? Disrespectful.
Damn it, Archimedes.
Who did that?
I'm coming for you, and I'm
Wow.
turning all your socks inside out. Whoever invented
God.
numbers.
Whoa.
Wow. 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Beautiful. This thing is looking, it is only just hanging on. And we are once again at Estrus.
Come on.
Finish it off!
Yet
Get
another
that killing
fight,
blow!
All right. Okay, here we go. She's gonna blast
Love
him,
this
of course.
spooky little death girl.
Me too.
Go ahead and blast.
Oh, that's okay. Wow. Okay. Oh, I can do. I have a pack boon. This one I think might be close. What is? Do we know their DC? What's it?
Their armor class.
Oh, their armor class. Excuse me. Their AC.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're you've hit them enough and missed enough to know that their armor class is 14.
Okay. So I just got a 10, so I'm hoping I can get a 4. I could do pack boon to add. Wait. Is it roll a d4 or is it add +3? Let me double check that 1 second.
All good. Take your time.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna roll this. It's okay. All right. Well, one of them hit was 18.
Great. That one hit.
And okay. So that one, that's 4 damage for that, and then
That
my
is
undead-
exactly what you needed. 4 damage.
Yay!
Estrus,
They got
you
it.
once again end this fight. How do you do it?
I don't know how she keeps doing this. Everybody keeps doing heavy hitters, and she's like,
the best,
she's going
the
to
best
do. She's
kind.
gonna walk up, and she's gonna smirk at it, and she's gonna flick it on its forehead, and like a blast comes out of it.
And this creature absolutely disintegrates. And we have quiet in this bunk room. All are kind of breathing heavily. And there's a hatch in the floor. Who knows where that
I
is?
dispel darkness.
Beautiful.
Does anybody need to be healed a little bit?
I think we're okay.
Okay, I'll just eat my good berries then. And I
Berry
will
bag.
heal myself back up to full.
They were guarding a door, right?
They were
Guarding
guarding
a
a
hatch.
small, hatch.
Just the hat. Oh, okay. Okay.
Can I check for traps?
Absolutely.
That's bad. 7.
Ooh.
I mean, the door's open.
Oh,
What's the worst that could happen?
right.
I could send the undead in there
Cool.
first.
Could totally
I'm,
send your undead in there.
If the creepy dead thing would like to take the fall, by all means.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's all right. In you go. I think she's like, come on, in you go. She's like, helping it.
This like shambling, horrifying mass just goes and doesn't even really use the ladder, just like plummets down. You all kind of stand there, and after a minute, you hear some scuffling and like a noise from this undead, and then just a poof, and you feel that the undead has been destroyed.
Oh. He found a trap.
Pity.
But I think that means that it's been triggered, so I think we're okay to go through.
Let's be sure.
Does anyone have a light is there a torch on the wall?
I can take out my crystal and I tie the rope, and I'm gonna like lower it down so we can see.
Beautiful. You lower it down into the darkness, and there is a ladder kind of bolted on the wall, and the crystal, it hits the ground, and you see a classic iced laser grid spread out in this little hallway. You can make it down the steps without hitting it, but to progress anywhere else beyond the ship, you gotta get past the laser grid, kids.
Hell yeah.
So I have good news and bad news again. We're gonna do the good news Second, bad news. The trap is not disabled. But good news. We're gonna do a fun laser maze. So that's exciting. I'll go first, and I'll start climbing down.
Beautiful. You start climbing down. Are y'all following?
I think Rodella gives Reba this very worried, I'm not dexterous look, and then just starts following.
I've got you.
Could I look around this room that we're in to see if there is anything else in here other than the bunk beds and the dead bodies?
Yeah, make me a perception check.
I think this entire time Estrus has been kind of just enjoying herself, and now she's like stressed. Because she as well is not dexterous.
You and me.
I feel like she's tall and linky, so she's like, I don't know how to control my limbs. Let's see what happens.
Listen, I'm
16?
sure there's...
You
we
don't
only,
see anything else. Sorry, continue.
we only need one person to get through and disable, you know, it's usually a big off switch at the end of these things. They're not?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah, right.
So maybe our strength-based darling Estrus. I'm not sure what your strengths are, but I'm sure you have some. Just start climbing down the ladder.
You know, you take down 2 of these things. I think I did 2
Good.
kills. Well,
It's good. I think sometimes things just come out, and I don't think that she knows how they sound, but you did good.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
good.
like, you think you're cool with someone, and then,
No, it's really like you're good. It's kind of just how she talks sometimes. You know, high stress level. You know how it is. But it's cool. You and I, you know, we're the heavy hitters. We'll guard the back.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
watch. I'll watch you, you watch. I'll
Yeah,
watch for your
got each other's
limbs.
backs.
Watch out for mine.
Perfect.
Especially my hair. I just don't want it to... I'm gonna tie it up.
Valid. Yeah.
Tie it up.
Want a hair tie? Like, what's one on?
Lawrence is standing up there just going, oh my... Watching this all, and then descends. Yeah, there's nothing else in the room, Stan, that you can see. There's a couple, like, trunks, but they all appear to be empty. As there's not really any crew here, besides weird, creepy, underdark beings. And you all make it to this down the ladder, and you see the most classic laser maze you have ever saw. It's got arrows of lasers going this way and 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 this way. And down the hall, you do see there is a little box that appears to have a kill switch. What are y'all doing?
Riva?
No.
Do you wanna maybe... Riva? Riva,
She's
can
really
you hear
focused.
me?
You know,
Hello.
she's just... There we go.
You all
Welcome
disappeared
to
for
the
like...
layout.
I'm sorry, you disappeared for like 15 seconds. I'm back.
All good.
Welcome back.
Hi.
We see the laser maze in front of us, and I am turning and going, Riva, do you want to...
Oh no!
Oh no!
The
Hello?
lasers got her. Oh, God. Oh. Hi.
Oh,
Can you hear us?
hello. Oh. I just keep getting a balloon and it's just gone.
Are you here? Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna turn to Riva and go, Riva?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess that's my sort of deal. Can I, is there like a chunk of something? Is there something reflective in the area? Or does anyone have anything reflective on them? Can I have a
Stan
piece of
pulls out a mirror.
plate armor, something?
Stan's got a mirror.
Stan hands. Yeah, Stan's got a mirror from his disguise kit. Nope, I think they can't hear me.
No.
Oh no. Can you hear Anybody?
Did we maybe want to go to the mid screen as we kind of figure this out?
Bad idea.
All right. We will be right back. Be right back.
And welcome back. We're here. All right. We're standing in a hallway full of lasers. Stan has a mirror to answer the question, and that's where we'll pick up.
Cool.
Stan gives you a mirror.
Thank you. Could I make some kind of intelligence roll or something to see if I can like reflect the lasers, just clear a path with this mirror?
Yeah. Roll me a general intelligence.
Sure. And that 20.
Nice.
It's the karma. It's apologizing. Perfect.
So that's number 10?
I think so.
That's 25.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, with the with a 25 intelligence check, here's what you know. It would work. However, as you're looking at this, you get the sense that mayhaps, if you do this, the alarm could potentially be triggered if there's a disturbance in the laser. So it could work. You could clear a path to get safely to the other side. However, there may be consequences for that.
Right. Do I clear
Um,
a path for all of us and trigger the alarm, or do I do my best to not get scorched?
uh, can I propose a very silly idea, Mara?
Please, please propose a silly
Cool.
idea.
So, Stan is an incredible dancer. Like, amazing. Could I dance my way across this room, avoiding all the lasers, please?
If you want to dance your way through the field of lasers, you know what? Who am I to deny a dad his dance? So yeah, if you want to propose it to this group, absolutely you can. It will require a series of dexterity checks. So if anybody wants to assist in any way, mayhaps now is the time.
I'm rather nimble. I could potentially get myself across to the other side if if we desperately need it. Otherwise, the only way I can see it is that someone who has. Does anyone here carry a can make that shot? I don't know.
Make like a it's like a lever, right? I don't know if
Yeah,
I can
it's a
try.
switch.
Oh, it's a switch.
I-
Switch.
I would love to
Question.
see you dance across the room, but I also I could do unseen servant. Flip the switch. I could, if it was useful to you, Reba.
Is that the dead? Please don't. I don't want the dead thing to be set on fire. Smell
It's
terrible.
something. Yes, it smelled terrible, but he was useful. All right.
Right. Yes.
What? All right. This
Yes.
is something
No.
else.
Much like Florence.
I'll put it.
If
I'll
you
put
want
it
to
in
make a little person, sure.
All right. So, if that's all right with everybody else, did
Sure.
you want to
Can
try?
we give them a code name? That's just it's I would appreciate if you
Darling,
could give them a code name.
No, Nadette. It's not a. It's we don't have to give everything a code name.
Agent Spooky.
No.
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
I actually don't
Cute.
think so.
Yeah.
That's cute. I think while she's like hearing the words, like that's cute. She's like creating the unseen servant. And she's gonna say, by the way, this is probably the last thing I can really do. I can't really battle afterwards. This is it. And so she puts it. Wait, I have a 60-foot range. Is that going to be enough for it to get to the other side, where the
Yes.
lever is?
Yes.
Perfect. So yeah, she creates that across the room, and when she's done, she looks over and she goes, "But if you wanted to try dancing across, that's like, I would love to see it. I don't want to take away an experience for you. Is basically what I'm saying."
No, no,
Interesting.
I was just offering because it seems dangerous, and I want to make sure I'm useful on this ghost ship. Just so many ghosts.
I apologize. And she for it to turn the lever.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, you flip the switch and the lasers right off. Open hallway. At the end of this hallway is another doorway. This one labeled Captain's Quarters.
Good job, Agent Spooky.
I just rest like a little hand on Estrus's elbow and I go, "Take it back." Nice.
I assumed you would. Thank you. She walks forward.
Oh god. Beautiful. At this doorway, you all get there. And before anybody can get to the door, it flies open. And standing before you is the first mate who you saw an image of so many hours ago in the planning session. And she's gonna stand there, arms crossed. Goes, Here's the deal. I've watched you all come in and, like, kill all of my minions, which is rude, first of all, but I haven't triggered the alarm, and I can at a moment's notice, and holds up a small little device. But if you cut me in on the treasure, and it was a robbery, and I get some of the cut, we don't have a problem? Come on, what's some sharing amongst friends and you not getting so many people called on your ass?
Can I insight check that?
Can I
Please
also
make an
insight check that?
check. Please make some insight checks.
Same.
Oh, garbage.
26.
14.
21.
4.
Jesus Christ.
We're all super
We're
insightful, guys.
insightful pirates.
Yeah.
Everybody who rolled over an 18, fully bullshitting. What she's holding is like, it's nothing. Like, it's like a little box she found. Probably has no way.
I just walk up to her and like tuck a strand of hair behind her ear. I'm like, oh, darling. Now, here's what's going to happen. You're going to jump into the ocean, let's say, and I don't know, hope you can swim the ethereal tides. Or you can stand here and I'll cut you down like a sack of potatoes.
How about instead you just like tie me up to that chair and then I say, oh, I couldn't do anything.
I'd rather you jump.
The tying up is fine. The tying up is... That
I have
works.
rope.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And just like hands out like, sounds good.
I would love to be the one to tie this person up, and while I'm doing so, I am going to slip an amethyst in their pocket as apology for Riva not wanting to cut them in. Should I roll like a sleight of hand to see if I can hide that from my sister?
Yes, absolutely you can.
Do I roll a perception check? Well,
Yes.
my passive is 17, so
I did get a 7.
I'll just watch you put it in.
Yeah.
It's the most obvious, like you pull the pocket open, drop it in.
I just like evenly stare at Bernadette. Right. Well, your cut is deduced by 20%. Anyway.
That's fine. I have no use for money.
In this room is a giant chest. It's locked. What y'all doing?
Does the lock shape look like it could fit a giant key?
Boy, howdy does it.
Whoa.
I take the key out of my pocket and I go, Lawrence, darling, you've not had much luck today. I'll give you a bit of a boost.
Thank you. And slides it in, clicks open. Burst of air comes from it, and you all look down, and there is, once again, another fucking ladder going down deeper into this goddamn ship.
Oh, God.
However, at the bottom of this ladder, you see some shimmering piles of treasure. You can all make your way down, and it's there's piles of it. There's a bunch of like sacks that's like just full of jewels, right? Like it's a good heist. There's a lot that's gonna be here. You do see, however, in the middle of this room, on a pedestal, is a clear glass box, and inside the box is a very ornate golden crown. It's got these beautiful etchings and gems inlaid in it, and in the very center is a circular eye that just. And at the base of this pedestal, it takes a little second to figure out what's going on, but there is the slumped and unfortunately deceased figure of a kuatoa, which is a small fish type creature. And scratched out on the ground in front of this Kuatoa is the phrase "Protect my God." Lawrence kind of steps up and goes, "Right, so," and we are going to cut back to the planning meeting room earlier. And Lawrence is going, "All right, here's the deal. We know that it's the crown of the beholder. We don't know what it does. We know that it's been centuries since anybody's seen it. It's been held by a group of Kuatoa, and we don't know what it does. Nobody touches that crown. You can take whatever else is in that room. Nobody touches that crown until we know what it does. Clear?"
Crystal.
Beautiful. And we cut back, and Lawrence just picks up the glass box that it's in and says, "Grab what you can carry. I'll go get our escape ship ready," and climbs back up the ladder and leaves you all in a room full of
Can
treasure.
I?
I just put
Insight
a
check.
hand on. Hold on. I put a hand on her shoulder. Both of us just put a hand on her shoulder.
Now, if you're going to get the escape ship ready, I think we should leave that with us.
Make a intimidation roll, and you get advantage from Estrus standing on the other side.
I have a +9.
Fuck yeah.
That is, a lot. 25.
Lawrence kind of looks at you and says, "You know, you can tell, like, this is not the time to pick this fight," and is like, "Fine, but no one touches it. It does not leave this box until we know what it can do."
Don't tell me what to do. Just take it.
Great, you take the box, and Lawrence climbs up the ladder, shoots you a look, and then continues to climb up. And you're in a giant treasure room full of so much treasure.
I really want to touch it. Reva, I really want to touch it.
No one's fucking touching it, alright?
Okay.
I'm having no bloody beholder gods summoned in a friggin' pirate ship.
Yeah, put it in here, and Sam will produce his bag of holding.
Yep, that'll do.
Beautiful.
And also, I'm just going to place this, like, down on the ground, and people can scoop.
Perfect. So yeah, now we're gonna have the fun part of every heist, which is the score. So I would like everybody to roll me a d6.
Oh, yeah.
Since I have an unseen or I have a servant, can they also roll a d6?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on your d6 roll.
Okay.
3, 4.
Oh.
4. Great, 3s and 4s all around. Okay, those of you who rolled a 4, in your scooping, in your search, you all find what amounts to 500 platinum each, in spread out across various coins, gems, jewelry, etc. And you all also get to pick one like cool item that you find in there. So you can all just kind of tell me what's the cool thing that you pick. Yeah, whoever wants to go first can.
You said that was
Sam's
people who
got-
got 4s?
People who got 4s. 3s,
Oh,
we'll get with you in a second. You get like not quite as much, but you still get
Those
a cool
4.
thing, so you can start thinking early. People who got a 4, what's your cool thing? You get first dibs. Could be armor, jewelry, swords, whatever.
I find a scroll of paper and I unravel it, and it's like a very old map. And labeled on the map is this like point on the map, and it just says Dorithium. And then there's a path through the stars that leads to X marks the spot. And she's just like, all right.
Rub it. Puts it in her bag.
Beautiful. Treasure map.
I think Rodella is kind of just like not so much scooping, but like looking around and pulls out this little box. And when they open it, it's this matching set of earrings. And she kind of like holds one up and realizes there's an echo between the two, so they can communicate with each other.
Love. Esther.
Yeah, Estrus finds armor. Estrus. There's like maybe like really like golden chainmail that's just very beautifully woven. Has a nice little design throughout it, but it is definitely, sturdy for her. So she puts that on.
Beautiful. All right. Our friends who got 3, you get 400 platinum worth of items in your search, and you also get a little thing.
I think that Bernadette finds like a horn cap that when it's like in the right light, specifically at night, it will like reflect the light of the moon. And I think, in a few years' time when Bernadette is no longer with us, I think Riva grabs this from her body and I think gives it to Tennant, and that's like the jewelry that Tennant has been wearing this whole time.
There you. Respectfully
Beautiful.
illegal.
Blocked.
Stan, what do you find?
I think Stan finds a small box with like 7 matching rings, and they're all made from like some soft crystal, and he picks out 3 of them, and then he closes the box and puts the box in it, but he puts the 3 rings in his pocket.
All right, and with that, a mysterious crown guarded by a deceased elderly Kuatoa, you all make your way and with your score out of the ship. You pass by the captain's quarters, and the first mate just kind of waves, gives like a little thumbs up, and is like squirming a little bit as you all walk out of the ship, and are able to make it back to your escape hatch. And after a while, you see the familiar shape of the crow's hand on the horizon as you return. And I believe that is where we will end our Pirate Heist one-shot.
Yay!
Oh, thank you all
it!
so much for tuning in for some crimes, piracy, and good times. Came up with that one right there. That's a good.
Incredible.
Lock
My
that
new
away.
my new bio.
Crimes, piracy, and good times. Thank you all so much at home for watching, having a great time. Maybe you're not at home. Maybe you're I don't know where you live. Have a great day wherever you are. And thank you for tuning in. All
Thanks,
right.
guys. Bye.
Bye.